What's up, Internet? We are here with something a little bit different because I woke up today and went to my front door and found something on my front steps that I didn't plan on being there. Yeah, so it turns out that our old friend of the show, JetWolf, sent us a big box of mystery. And to add insult to mystery, I don't actually know what's in this thing. Okay, well, that's not strictly speaking true. I know about one thing in here. That was the thing that sort of kicked this whole thing off, but over the course of a year when he was sort of planning to send me this, he sort of came up with some other stuff and we talked about a whole bunch of stuff, and he mentioned there were some surprises. So for all intents and purposes, I don't know what's in this thing, but I thought it'd be fun to do like a weird mystery unboxing thing. I've cut open the top, I've not looked inside. I'm gonna take this off here and it's gonna be behind my back and we're just gonna look into it and see what's inside. But before we do that, huge shout out and thank you to JetWolf for being awesome and sending this. Love you, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you. But let's see what he sent us, because seriously, this has been sitting in my room for like a day and I wanted to make a video on this and I wanted it to be a surprise for me too, so it's really bugging me a lot. So let's check it out. Gonna fish in here. I feel something that feels vaguely bubble wrap-y, and let's pull it out. Pull off some bubble wrap, and we have this, whatever this is. Let's open it up. We have special tee shots. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, he mentioned this game earlier this year. He had ordered this because it looked really interesting to him. Basically, this is, as I understand it, a Satellaview golf style game. And the Satellaview is a really cool system. It had a whole bunch of really neat stuff. It had a bunch of like F-Zero and Excitebike style games on there. And I remember playing a version of like A Link to the Past that was like on a timer and like was timed to the moment with like a radio drama that was going on in the background. It was very weird but very cool. Look up the Satellaview if you get a chance. But this was a game that we did sort of get outside of the Satellaview because we never had the Satellaview, of course. We got this sort of as a game called Kirby's Dream Course, which was sort of a Kirby branded version of golf meets billiards. This is basically the same thing, at least in the sense that it's basically that but without Kirby. And he told me about this and it sounded really cool. And I think he said that his order got messed up, so he got like a second one sent to him at one point or something. So I guess that's what this is. And it's on this really cool, like really angry green army colored cartridge, and it actually goes really well with something else I have. Just a sec. Right here, which are a couple of pirate multi-carts I have. My big angry red cart and my big angry purple cart. And, you know, add these together, you have some really standout stylish stuff on your shelf. Like, these just scream, look at me, I'm obnoxious, when you surrounded by a bunch of gray stuff, and I love it because it's just so immediately grabbing your attention. Like, what is that? And, you know, that's really cool. I'm gonna have to look into this because I really do like Kirby's Dream Course, and I'm excited about this. This is really cool. So yeah, we got special tee shot. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Alright, so let's see what else is in here. Gonna grab the next thing in here. Ooh, I think I know what this is. Okay, so the thing you have to understand about JetWolf is he is super into soundtracks. And at one point he asked me about some soundtracks that sounded interesting to me. Because he was thinking about selling some stuff, and like he does some eBay stuff as well. And I guess this was one he just included in it. And I recognize this box art. I want to say this was from a Super Famicom exclusive point-and-click adventure meets sort of an RPG type thing. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but I do really recognize this box art. And I think that game was one I really wanted to give a shot, but I never had a chance to. I'm excited to check this out, because soundtracks are really cool, and that's what this appears to be. There's 15 tracks on here by ULF Records. I'm not actually all that knowledgeable about music, but this does look cool, and it's to a game I'm actually quite interested in. So maybe this will have me look into the game more. I do have an interest in that. Alright, digging around for the next thing in here, we have... Ooh, alright. We have the Raiden 5 Director's Cut soundtrack. I'm actually not super familiar with the Raiden series. I've only ever played one of the games. I played Raiden Fighters Aces on the Xbox 360, and for what it's worth, absolutely grab that compilation. It's a compilation of 3 games, and they are very good. And for a shmup game, it's ridiculously affordable. It's like 30-40 bucks, and it's one of the better shmups you can get on the 360, I think. But I did listen to a little bit of the soundtrack. He showed it to me at one point earlier this year, and it sounded really cool. I'm excited about this. This was a really rocking soundtrack, so this is gonna be real cool. Alright, what else do we have in here? Oh, I think we got the big thing. The big thing that was the reason why this happened in the first place. We got this. Yeah! Now, if you don't recognize what this is, it's Pocky and Rocky Reshrined by Taito. This is the reason why I even have this box in the first place. Basically, JetWolf really wanted to get this game. I did too, but I didn't have money at the time. And he hit me up on Discord at one point and said, hey, I may have done something a little dumb. Basically, what he had done is he had pre-ordered the game because he wanted it, you know, sensible thing to do, I suppose. And later on, I think it was Limited Run Games had released a version of it that came with a whole bunch of stuff, like including a soundtrack, which I'm sure is what he was really excited about. So he basically said, hey, I pre-ordered this game. I'm getting a bigger, fancier version. Do you want the version I got? And I'm actually holding this upside down. That's how it should look. And I was like, yeah, obviously. Like, you don't have to ask me if I want games. The answer is always going to be yes. But it was really generous of him to send this to me. And let's take a look at this. It's got a big fancy box. I like big fancy boxes. They stand out on a shelf. Let's pop it open and see what the actual game looks like. How does this open? Okay, it's got a little magnet. And this was the thing about JetWolf. I need to stress how incredibly solid a dude he is. When he ordered the big fancy Super Collector's Edition and then just offered me the game, he also said, hey, is there anything specific in the Collector's Edition you want? Like, he was asking me if there was stuff I wanted from this specifically, and I was like, well, you bought this. This is your big fancy thing. I should have no right to say, well, I want this, and this, you know? It's like, this is yours. You shouldn't be giving me any of it, but thank you. So we've got a sticker sheet. And I do have a bunch of stickers on this table, so that's cool. We'll take advantage of that. This is a Tanuki leaf. I think it's an eraser. What else do we have in here? Oh, got a little charm bookmark with Sayo-chan, and I can't remember what Rocky's actual name is. But that's cool. A couple other things would look like postcards and another bookmark. And Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. I do like Pocky and Rocky. Ironically, JetWolf sent me the original Pocky and Rocky as well as a little pin. That's cool. I do like pins. Pins are cool. And the game itself. Now, you'll notice this is the Japanese version. And once again, to go over how solid a dude JetWolf really is, when he got his game, he asked me which version of this game I wanted. Because, like, apparently there was, like, some censorship between the Japanese and North American versions, and, like, because the internet be the internet, there was, like, some sort of nonsense, like, controversy about one of the characters having their chest slightly altered because of censorship or something. And he's just like, look, if this comes up, it might be a whole thing, so just take the Japanese version, it's uncensored, you get the full experience, people won't yell at you. He was really looking out for me when he sent me the Japanese version. I didn't, again, this was his thing. I really shouldn't have any sort of a claim to anything or preference, you know, but the fact that he was willing to, like, allow me to have my pick, even though I didn't, you know, go with it, just because out of respect to him and stuff, you know, the fact that he was willing to do that just shows how cool he is. He's super thoughtful, longtime friend of the show, really appreciate him. And I was hoping there'd be some inside box art. A lot of Switch games do that. Like the inside has like this weird box art thing where you can flip it outside. Harvest Moon did that. But this one does not. But it's the Japanese version, so we get the full-on stuff. I'm gonna freaking auto or manual focus. Turned off autofocus because that really annoyed me. Going back to my Pocky and Rocky review, which, you know, JetWolf did send me, I did say that this was going to be a remake, and that's because all the information I had seemed to indicate that it was, and the fact is it wasn't. I thought it was because everything I had found said it was, but apparently this is a whole new game, so that's really exciting. I now officially own half of the Pocky and Rocky series, still missing 2 and the Game Boy Advance game, but I like this series. I really like the sort of goofy style of art they go for. I love the yokai aspect of this. This is a series that I'm really passionate about, and to be able to play the brand new one that I've wanted but really couldn't afford, that's a big deal to me. And you know, JetWolf went above and beyond by sending this to me. He didn't have to do this. He didn't have to send me all this extra stuff or the soundtracks or anything. That was super cool of him. Really respect that and really appreciate it. I do owe him big time for this. So once again, thank you, JetWolf. And I do believe we have one more thing in this box, it looks like. Alright, let's pull it out, and we have a bunch of bubble wrap. Oh, I'm feeling 2 things in here. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. Like I said, JetWolf was selling some stuff on eBay, and he does like his soundtracks. So he showed me a bunch of soundtracks he was planning on selling, and he asked me if any of these looked really cool. And he picked one and sent it to me. This is the soundtrack to Umehara Kawase. And this is a Japanese series I'm really passionate about. I have a gameplay video of the, it's no longer the newest one, but one of the newer ones on the Switch. And the whole series of Umehara Kawase is this really cool series about basically a girl with a rubber fishing rod, grapple hooking and physics platforming around while fighting seafood. It's a ridiculous series, and it's done so many really cool things. It was a very advanced game for its time. The original Umehara Kawase was a Super Famicom cart that actually had a built-in record feature, so you could actually record your footage on the cart, save it, and then take it to your friend's house and show it off. Super cool cart. I really would like to get a copy at some point. I know you can get it on Steam, but you know, it's not quite the same. But it's a really neat series. I love the music to it. There's a lot of it here. Wow, there's 18 tracks. I am looking forward to this, and I might be able to use a lot of this in my show and for some other stuff, so looking forward to it. Maybe I'll use it here. That's an idea. I'll think about it. I'm gonna have to jam out to this for a little bit first, but we'll see. Alright, and I ran out of space on my memory card, so we got one more thing here. Haven't opened it, don't know what it is. I think it's a soundtrack. It feels soundtrack shaped, but let's figure this out. Unwrapping, because there's a lot of bubble wrap. Unwrap. Okay, we got it. We have, what is it? Oh, holy crap, it's Willy Wombat. Okay, if you don't know what this game is, first and foremost, how dare you? Second of all, I've got a video of this, so go watch it. But third of all, this was a game that I played on my satiator for a little bit, which fourth of all, mental note, get a Saturn with a functional satiator so you can keep doing that. Sorry, I keep forgetting. But this was a really cool import where it was sort of like an isometric beat 'em up where you play as this wombat who feels kind of like a knockoff Darkwing Duck, and you're sort of like platforming around this little area. It's really cool that all the areas are kind of maze-like, and you have to like collect stuff, beat up enemies, and it's really quite challenging, but it's absolutely fun. And I really wanted to get a copy of this. I've actually been trying to get a copy since since I started collecting Saturn inputs. And this one, when I started, was about $40–50, and it's since then doubled to like triple price sometimes. And I just could not justify it. This was a game I really wanted to get. It has an amazing story in English and a really kick-in theme song from what I heard. I'm super excited about this. This is really a big deal to me. Thank you, JetWolf, for that. I'm looking in the box. I do believe that is it. Is there anything in the bubble wrap I missed? It does not look so. So yeah, in between some soundtracks, we got Pocky and Rocky, the legendary Willy Wombat, which I'm really gonna have to do something with this about because I'm super excited. I've got some Steam reviews I gotta do first, but really want to play this, and it's a Saturn game, and I love this Saturn. We got the Umehara soundtrack, which is awesome. Raiden 5 soundtrack, which I'm not super familiar with Raiden 5, but I have heard the soundtrack. It is quite good. The soundtrack to this thing, which I recognize but could not tell you what it is, as well as special T-shot. It sounds like it's talking about a special T-shot, but it's a special T-shot and not a specialty shot. JetWolf sent me all this cool stuff as a mystery thing, and I am beyond words. This is very, very touching, very humbling. This came at a time where I'm dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, and it's been really hard for me. So to get a small surprise like this is huge for me. I'm probably never going to be able to repay him for his kindness or anything. So once again, big thank you and shoutouts to JetWolf. Everyone go check out his channel. I think he's going to have a video up that I helped make soon, so look forward to that. And we are working on a series that will be aired at some point, but it's been hard to get together to do stuff. So far we got like 3 episodes, and that's been over the course of a year, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to have to listen to some music and play some awesome games. Hopefully do Willy Wombat really soon, because I think that's top priority, but there's Pocky and Rocky, and there's awesome Satellaview nonsense. I am torn between awesome choices right now. This is a problem I love to have. Once again, huge shoutouts and thank you to JetWolf for sending me this out of the blue. I am very excited to check out all this stuff, and I hope you enjoyed this mystery box of mystery brought to you by JetWolf, a ridiculously solid dude who didn't have to do any of this, and I will probably never be able to repay him, but it means more than I could ever tell you. So once again, thank you, JetWolf. This is just, I am without words. This is so cool, and I am very excited to try some of this stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this weird random unboxing of weird random stuff. I was mostly unaware of what was happening, and I hope that you'll stick around, check out more stuff on my channel, check out stuff on JetWolf's channel. Go check out my Twitch, which I stream at pretty much every other day usually, although it's Christmas, so I'm working my butt off doing a million things. And if you really want to help support the show, check out the Patreon, check out the PayPal. Do what JetWolf did, send me a big random box of nonsense. That would be awesome. But any support I get is really something beyond what I could ever thank anyone for, but means the absolute world to me. And I'm gonna have to go take a look at some of this stuff and maybe make a quick video or two on some of this stuff. So, keep your eyes out. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this look at a random box of stuff that came through my door that is absolutely awesome, and I hope to see you again soon. But until then, peace out, Internet.